Well, Lincoln Way Vineyards has been on the show a couple of times. It's a great place to get away from Central Ohio and enjoy. They are still doing live music, and they can keep you COVID safe with groups up to about 100. We talked to Jim, and he told us more. Well, Lincoln Way Vineyards is an absolute beautiful vineyard. We had an opportunity actually to visit in person a few months back, and Jim's joined us once again to talk about one of the great destinations in Ohio. Jim, welcome to the show. Good to have you on.
Well, thanks for having me back.
Yeah. Well, let's talk a little bit about your wines, because I thought your place was absolutely beautiful when we visited in person. Tell us about your wines and the clock and what numbers and what that represents.
Sure. Our wines are French-American hybrid blends, which means that they were bred to grow here in Ohio in our colder climate. And because of that, they're names that most people don't understand. So we went with something simple like time on a clock. We are on the Lincoln Highway, so you can see here on my logo, we keep the L from the Lincoln Highway and just rotate it around as hands on the clock. 155s are our dries, 404s are our off dries, 616s are our sweet 16, if that helps you remember. So
let's talk a little bit about COVID, because we were talking a little bit off camera about it and how it's impacting your business and what you're doing to kind of work around that.
Sure. First, my general's comment about COVID is COVID sucks. If people haven't been to our winery before, we do have a very large upstairs event space that we've used for weddings and private parties and things like that. Well, we've moved our live music from the summer indoors and moved it upstairs into that area. We can comfortably sit 100 people, keep everybody spaced apart, social distance, large open air space, 16-foot ceiling. So you're not cramped into a small space.
Give us some contact information where we can find you and learn more and come and visit you from Central Ohio.
Sure. The easiest place is on our Facebook page, Lincoln Way Vineyards. We also have a website, www.lincolnwayvineyards.com. Between those two, we have all of our events, or we try and keep all of our events up to date to the last minute, especially the Facebook page. So you can see who our musician is, who our food vendor is, what their menu is for the evening. And the pertinent times and things like that, plus whatever's coming up. We've got Thursday night craft events using corks and bottles. Obviously we're at a winery, so you can check those out as well. And last, the old-fashioned telephone works as well. It's 330-804-WINE, WINE. That's another way to get a hold of us, the old-fashioned phone.
Yeah, that's an excellent way to do it. All right, Jim, we're going to leave it there. Again, thanks so much for being on the show, and hope to see you real soon.
All right, thanks. Looking forward to having you back when we're allowed to do that.
Absolutely.